4. The police are coming to arrest you because your face is attracting. Archangel Michael says, the shadows of a past you never walked through are chasing your reflection. Someone out there made a mistake, years ago, in secrecy, and now your face is awakening a guilt they buried deep. You have become the mirror to someone else's crime, and their fear is pulling attention your way. Your face isn't just a face anymore. It's become a key, a trigger, a silent alarm in the spirit realm. You don't know the full story yet, but you've already stepped into the consequences of what someone else did and thought would never return. And now, law enforcement has been misled by a trail never meant for you. Type Amen to get blessing 333, the calls are being made. A report is being filed with your image attached, not because of what you've done, but because of what your light stirred up in the heart of someone guilty. That person is trying to hide what they did, but the presence of your truth is forcing the shadows forward. It was never your crime, but the resemblance is so precise, so spiritually charged, that even the physical world is being fooled. Your walk, your aura, your unshakable calm, it's haunting the conscience of a person who committed something unforgivable, and now, they are trying to project their punishment onto you to escape it. But the divine is already intervening. Type Amen to get blessing 847. You are being watched, not out of suspicion, but because your energy is opening files they thought were cold. Your face showed up in a place where it was never meant to be, and someone mistook that as evidence instead of prophecy. It is prophecy, not proof, destiny, not deception, but they don't know that. This is a spiritual ambush disguised in human misunderstanding. They've created confusion because they can't explain the heat rising from their buried guilt. So they blame the one who resembles justice. And that one is you. Type Amen to get blessing 922. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, Archangel Michael says your face carries a vibration that awakens spiritual truth, and some are not ready to face it. So they hide behind process, paperwork, and procedure, hoping to trap what they don't understand. But what they don't know is this: truth can never be caged. The person who committed the crime is nearby, their spirit is shaking. Their voice stutters when they speak your name. Their eyes dart when your photo appears. They see your face and feel exposed. So they try to convince others that you are the threat. Type Amen to get blessing 711. Someone planted your image in the wrong context. They whispered lies. They told stories that carry enough similarity to be believable. But none of it belongs to your timeline. The police are coming, not with rage, but with confusion. They are trying to understand what feels off. They are trying to make sense of why the details point to you, but the energy around you feels different. And very soon, they will realize, your presence holds no guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 209. You were chosen to break a chain of lies that's lasted for too long. Your spirit has walked into a moment that is uncovering decades of hidden sin. The guilty one never imagined someone would carry such striking resemblance. They never imagined truth would wear the face of innocence. But now, everywhere you go, you stir remembrance. People look twice, not out of recognition, but revelation. They feel the past rising, and they panic. Type Amen to get blessing 507. This is why people have been acting strange lately. This is why some avoid your gaze while others whisper behind your back. They don't know what's real, but they feel something powerful in you. They think you're tied to a moment they never healed from. A crime that silenced a soul, that altered a life, that scarred a family. You were never there. But your face has become a symbol. And that symbol is pulling the truth to the surface. Type Amen to get blessing 124. Soon, someone will come forward. Not with accusations, but with memories. They'll say, "You look like the one I remember, but you move different. You feel like light." That moment will shift everything. Because the soul knows what the mind forgets. And your presence is waking up spiritual clarity. The lie is beginning to unravel. Type Amen to get blessing 939. Archangel Michael says, the one who committed the crime is running out of options. They thought passing the blame to you would buy them more time. But instead, they've triggered a divine investigation. Now, every step they take is being monitored, not by human eyes, but by divine justice. They are stumbling, breaking, unraveling, and soon, they'll confess, because they'll have no choice. The light is too strong now. Type Amen to get blessing 303. You'll hear whispers of your name in strange places. You'll notice officers or authority figures watching you with caution and curiosity. They are not seeing a criminal, they are sensing something bigger. They are caught in a storm they don't understand. They see your face, feel a pull, and their instincts don't match the reports. Because your face isn't attracting judgment, it's attracting spiritual exposure. And it's working. Type Amen to get blessing 672. They said you look too familiar. They said your presence matches someone in a sealed file. But what they can't explain is why you carry peace instead of panic. It's because your hands are clean. Your soul is clear. You are not here to serve punishment, you are here to awaken justice. And the truth is finally responding to you. Type Amen to get blessing 808. The real criminal is becoming restless. They are watching your movements with anxiety, fearing that you will unintentionally expose them just by existing. You haven't accused anyone, you haven't even spoken, but your presence is doing what no courtroom could. They hope to bury the evidence under years of dust, but your face, your energy, is shaking everything loose. It's not your words, it's your walk. Wherever you go now, truth is following, and it is starting to knock on every door that once stayed shut. Type Amen to get blessing 154. Your name is rising into conversations you never knew existed. Not because you're guilty, but because your light is triggering guilt in someone else. They feel haunted every time they see you, on the street, in a crowd, even in photos. They told lies years ago, thinking they'd get away with it. But heaven never forgets. And heaven has chosen you to bring this moment full circle. You were never meant to be accused, but you were meant to be the reason justice comes forth. Type Amen to get blessing 484. Someone connected to the investigation is going to see something. A detail, a timestamp, a sentence in an old report it won't match up. And when they see it, the illusion will break. They'll realize the resemblance isn't reality. They'll start to ask deeper questions not about you, but about the one who first whispered your name into the wrong space. It won't be long after that when the tables begin to turn. Because truth always has a breaking point. Type Amen to get blessing 661. You may notice delays in communication, strange looks from people, or conversations that shift when you enter the room. It's because your presence is forcing exposure, and some people aren't ready for it. You are becoming the light they didn't expect. Let them feel uncomfortable. Let the tension rise. Because what you carry is not chaos, it's confirmation. And the moment is drawing near. Type Amen to get blessing 102. Archangel Michael says, the heavens are not silent about this. You were placed in this situation not to suffer, but to shake open a truth that had been locked away for too long. The guilty thought it was buried, but it was only waiting. Your name is written in divine ink, not police ink, and though they tried to pin the wrong name to the wrong face, God is not confused. The divine clock is ticking. And every lie spoken against you is being reversed in real time. Type Amen to get blessing 577. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, there is one person who knows the full truth. They were there. They saw what happened, but they stayed silent. That silence is breaking now. They're feeling the weight of their decision pressing down on them every time they see you. You haven't spoken to them, but they can't stop thinking about you. They know the truth. And they know you are not the one. Type Amen to get blessing 399. A major shift is coming. The case, the accusations, the rumors, they are beginning to collapse. Your name will be cleared without you needing to fight for it. Justice is not just coming, it is already moving. You were never meant to carry the weight of someone else's guilt. But heaven allowed it briefly so the truth could be drawn out from the shadows. Now, the unveiling has begun. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You will hear of someone being questioned soon. Not you, but the real one. And that questioning will bring things to light that they never prepared for. This is how divine reversal looks, where the accused becomes the key witness. Where the mistaken becomes the messenger, and where the wronged one becomes the reason truth finally wins. Type Amen to get blessing 840. The police may have been pointed toward you, but their eyes are starting to open. They'll feel something is off, not with you, but with the story they were told. They'll begin digging, and what they uncover will shock even them. You are not here to run. You are here to reveal. And when the time is right, the divine will lift every cloud from around your name. You are being defended without speaking. Because innocence doesn't need to scream, it shines. Type Amen to get blessing 28. You are going to witness confusion collapse into clarity. One officer, one investigator, one person assigned to the situation, they will start to feel spiritually disturbed. They won't understand why, but your name will keep repeating in their mind, not as a suspect, but as a signal. They'll wake up from dreams they can't explain. They'll see your face in their thoughts, but instead of guilt, they'll feel peace and discomfort from the lie they've been told. That is how God moves when human systems get it wrong. That is how heaven defends those who've been falsely accused. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, The heavens are realigning the outcome of this setup. The enemy tried to disguise this as coincidence, but what's happening is supernatural justice. You were chosen to be the disruption to a lie that's been sitting too long in the dark. This is no longer about accusation. It's about revelation. And the person who tried to attach your face to their crime is about to face their own consequences. They will stumble publicly. They will be forced to explain what they did privately. Type Amen to get blessing 513. You will notice a strange stillness before it happens. A moment of quiet, almost like everything is suspended around you. In that stillness, breakthrough begins. Someone you least expect will speak up. A person who never had the courage before will suddenly blurt out, "It wasn't them." That statement will cause a wave to ripple across the situation. And like dominoes, the lies will begin to fall. Type Amen to get blessing 741. Your innocence will be confirmed not just by human mouths, but by divine demonstration. Doors that were locked to you will open again. Opportunities that were withheld will return stronger. Your name will be redeemed in the very place where it was twisted. Your walk will become louder than the accusation ever was. And the ones who once looked at you with suspicion will now look at you with reverence. Because truth always rises. Type Amen to get blessing 387. There is a spiritual shift coming so strong, even technology will start acting strange around you. Messages delayed. Emails disappearing. Phones glitching. All because the atmosphere is shifting to make way for your restoration. Heaven is not asking for your defense, it's already in motion. The arrest that was intended has become an awakening. The judgment meant for you is now being flipped back to its source. The false evidence will dissolve in divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 117. You are going to feel weight leave your chest. A pressure that sat on you for weeks, maybe months, it will lift like smoke. That's the sign the final lie has broken. You'll sleep better. Breathe deeper. Smile again, not because the world fixed itself, but because you were never broken. You were targeted, but you were protected the entire time. Type Amen to get blessing 731. And when they come, they won't come with cuffs. They will come with confusion. And they will leave with understanding. They'll say, "We got the wrong person. We were told wrong. We were shown something else." And you will stand in peace, not pride. Because the truth was never in your defense, it was in your light, and your light has outshined the lie. Type Amen to get blessing 500. Now walk with confidence. You've crossed through fire that wasn't even meant for you, and came out unburned. You've walked through suspicion without losing your softness. You've stood under pressure and never bent to bitterness. That's why heaven chose you. Not to suffer, but to shine. And from now on, nothing will be able to attach what doesn't belong to you again. Type Amen to get blessing 641. Your face will no longer be used as a substitute for someone else's sin. It will now be recognized as a symbol of survival, sacredness, and spiritual truth. They will begin to say, "We don't know what it is about them, but something tells us, they're not the one." That is not coincidence. That is the divine hand correcting human error. What was meant to bind you is now bowing before you. What was meant to confuse you is now confirming your calling. Type Amen to get blessing 555. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says the real criminal is unraveling fast. They're saying strange things to people, slipping up in conversations, contradicting their own statements. They feel your energy rising, and it's squeezing out the lie they once comfortably wore. Their nerves are breaking. Their plans are falling apart. And soon, their own guilt will speak louder than your silence ever did. That's what happens when you walk in divine alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 370. People who used to look at you with judgment will begin apologizing without even using the word sorry. They'll act differently. They'll try to start over with soft smiles and vague excuses. But you'll know, you'll remember. You'll forgive. Because that's who you are. But you will never forget how it felt to be accused of something you never did. Type Amen to get blessing 280, and that memory will become your power. You'll carry it like armor, not pain. You'll use it as discernment, not shame. Because now you know how quickly people can turn. Now you know how easy it is to be mistaken by those who never saw your heart. And now, you're stronger. Unbreakable in your knowing. Unshakable in your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Every place that once rejected you out of suspicion will call you back in honor. The table where your name was questioned will now carry your presence in celebration. And your reputation will shine brighter than ever before. No lie can last when light enters the room. And your glow, your name, your energy, it's not just light. It's judgment for the darkness that tried to imprison you. You are the walking justice they never expected. Type Amen to get blessing 100. Let this be your final release. You don't owe anyone a reaction. Let heaven handle the rest. You were never the criminal. You were always the carrier of light. And now the entire world is starting to see that clearly. You don't just walk free, you walk favored. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Your freedom is not just survival, it is now a signal. Wherever you go, people will feel the energy of someone who overcame false judgment and still stood tall. That feeling will follow you, opening doors even your name hasn't reached yet. Your face, once falsely tied to a memory of guilt, is now becoming a symbol of truth breaking through impossible odds. It will shine in places that once turned away. It will be remembered not because of accusation, but because of the light that exposed a lie without rage or revenge. You are now remembered as the one who walked through fire and glowed brighter. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, every weapon that was formed through misidentification has crumbled. Even the spiritual forces behind the false blame have lost their grip. The atmosphere around you is shifting, cleaning, clearing, crowning. Those who misjudged you will be taught through your victory. Your story will be spoken with awe. They tried to frame them, but look at them now. That statement will become your anthem, because your rise is going to be louder than the accusation ever was. Type Amen to get blessing 926. You're not just being cleared, you're being elevated. What the enemy tried to twist into a legal trap is now becoming your platform. Your character was tested in silence, and heaven has found you faithful. That's why favor is flooding back. That's why peace is returning to your body. That's why new paths are opening like rain, parting dry ground, because God never lets injustice end the story. Type Amen to get blessing 118. The one who spoke your name into the wrong place will feel the weight of it now. Every time they hear of your success, their spirit will tremble. They'll remember the lie and see the light that couldn't be stopped. You don't need to prove anything. Just keep walking. Type Amen to get blessing 311. Soon, someone will write about you. Speak about you, share your name, in a way you never expected. They will say, "This one endured so much false pressure, and still stayed graceful." That moment will reach ears that need to hear your example. You're being prepared for a higher purpose. This was not just about clearing your name, it was about awakening your power. Now that the lie has fallen, your true assignment begins. And this time, nothing will block it. Type Amen to get blessing 874. The world will see you differently now. Not because you've changed, but because the fog around your name has cleared. They'll say, "There's something holy about that one. I can feel it when they walk into the room." Let them feel it. Let them watch. Let them wonder how you rose from something that wasn't even yours. Because grace has no explanation, only evidence. Type Amen to get blessing 1000. If you wish to express your support further,